Hello, welcome back to Malaysian Riders, and I'm Rashidi. This is the new Kawasaki ZX10R. Obviously, you know that. We are here in Sepang Circuit to test out the new model of this amazing machine, the ZX10R. So, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about the looks first. Overall, I like the design. I think it's a small improvement, but surely it looks okay. I like the front and the rear. I think the rear was inspired by the Kawasaki H2. It's monster kind of sibling. And moving on, we're talking about the basic of this bike. I think first of all, I like to touch on the handling part of the machine. When I rode it just now, I think it's handling very beautifully and very much well balanced and very stable in the corner. I believe this comes from the improvement on the chassis a bit here and there, and also some kind of electronic assist that they put into the bike, which helps in terms of getting the power down just nicely and getting the traction for the turn and getting out of the corner. And so I think, in my opinion, it works very well. There's nothing else can come close at this moment of the development for motorcycles all over the world. I think it's really great to have the bike handling like this. Okay, let's talk about the brake here. I think I'm going to talk more on the front brake rather than the rear, because I don't really use the rear brake at all. The front brake, it's amazing. I think I just use one finger all the time. It's really trustworthy kind of brake. And what's amazing is that when they introduced this new electronic to assist the ABS system in the front brakes and the rear, I think it helps to reduce any kind of those kind of ABS feedbacks that you get when you're braking so hard, especially approaching the first turn. It didn't happen. It flows normally and very beautifully, and I like that. I really like that. Apart from that, I think we did less than 10 laps, so we don't really get the brakes overheated that much. So I think it works perfectly well for a road going bike, and I think it's track ready a bit, not too much, just it can be very, very good if you manipulate it here and there a bit, I think. So moving on, let's talk about the dash. I think it looks pretty much the same from with the previous version, with an addition of information here on board, because the last time the old ZX10, we don't have much of electronic, so you don't need too much of information on board anyway. So I think it works well. It's very clear, not much glare when riding against the sun or with a backlight. So I think it really is what you expect from a bike of this caliber, I think. Let's talk about the riding position. It's pretty much the same, except for the adjustable foot pegs and the slightly scooped out seat, which helps for some riders who are different kind of size. I'm small, so it doesn't affect me anyway, I think. I'm very comfortable with the bike. It suits my body size and my height and my weight as well. It doesn't forces me to do some unnecessary adjustment on the go while riding it. So this helps in terms of focusing in the riding mode. So that is really important for a bike of this kind of power. You need the focus anyway. What else? Right. Let's talk about the tires. The Bridgestone RS10, I think, is an amazing set of rubber for this kind of machine. I love the way it reacts with the new resurfaced Sepang Circuit. It's not it's not harsh for you to trust the traction that, or the grip level on the surface. Yeah, I like it, and of course it's not as good as the actual racing tire, which is the R10, or what is it? R10, is it? Okay, R10. Not as good, but it performs as much, or as great as the R10. You know, it should be. What I'm looking for with this tire is actually to get it on the road of our Malaysian our Malaysian tarmacs all over Malaysia, which is amazing always. What happened? Oh, okay. I have to look down to the camera. It's gonna be interesting to find out whether it can cope with the Malaysian road surface. We'll see that later. Let's talk about the engine. The 1000cc or the 999cc engine of this Kawasaki ZX10R produces a great amount of power, but not intimidating. I think that's the best part of it. I think that's why I can consider it as a well balanced bike between a road going machine and the track machine. The power delivery is very smooth and trustworthy. Once again, I use that word, and it just gives you the confidence to pull out in your capability. Of course, you don't do like what the racer actually do. They just go all out, but we are what we are. You ride on your own level, but I think it's going to give the best of joy to the rider, whoever who owns this kind of or this exactly ZX10R. What am I saying? It's a great motors. Good job for Kawasaki. Good job. And on top of that, there's a slight change with the exhaust system. They're utilizing a fully titanium covered exhaust, which helps in terms of, I think, optimizing the power maybe, and of course reducing the weight a little bit, which gives the bike a bit more stability in terms of handling. Overall, I like the bike the way it is right now, but surely if it's being mended towards my liking, it's going to be better, because just now I can't really push the bike to the limit where it should be pushed. I know where I am in terms of riding skill, but I think it's going to be a great bike on the street for the fans of Kawasaki. Well, that is all for now. We will be releasing an actual film later this year, starting July, and we hope to see you in the future. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.